Peace, reflection, eon, tapping in. I am you, and you are I, universe. So, I know y'all see this huge ass inflaming shit. It's day 15, no meat, but before we even get into all that, I got a tooth abscess from a tooth cavity, right? I got like 3 cavities in my molars, right? From my ears, way back all the way up to now, just my childhood and teenage years, just before I ever woke up, um, of eating all that bullshit, just eating all the bullshit that they had us eating inside the American diet. It's deeper than just America, like they got us eating bullshit overall in any country, right? But in America specifically, like the type of diet we would eat, like all the super processed foods like soda, pizza rolls, Swiss rolls, Pop Tarts, cheese steaks, fast food, juice, and not fruit juice, like Kool-Aid juice, like sugar juice, like all types of cancer causing, disease causing, toxin filled, chemical warfare, biological fucking weapon, drug shits they call food. That's why I say man-made drug food, you feel me? Like, cause I put emphasis on drug for the fact that the way to design these foods is it's way more addictive than a regular drug. Like, you look at all these so-called addicts, right? These junkies, right? And you would judge them, these fiends, right? The crackhead on the street, right? The junkie who's homeless outside on strung on coke or heroin, right? Or amphetamines, right? Or pills and opioids, right? You would judge them, right? But the thing is, what's the most commonly accepted drug that almost no one has to face because they all do it hand in hand, and it's way more addictive than the drugs that y'all are judging those people who are suffering for? Fast food and the food in general. That food has a way deeper grip on you than anything else in your life, and almost none of y'all want to admit it. And I face it head on. And not only have I faced it head on, I've made great progress in doing so. I haven't done so in a way that wasn't successful. Like, I haven't done so in a way that didn't make it to where I've actually gained territory. Like, I've gained so much solid ground within changing how I eat and changing my body and my biology, you feel me? And within all that being said, I feel I'm just cleansing very deeply on a deep level, and this is actually the inflammation, because that's like system-wide in my body, because I have system-wide chronic inflammation, right? And I realized that for a while now I've been dealing with this infection in my body that I got, where it was like a while ago, like at first it was like a sore throat, and it became like the swollen shit in my tooth, right? And it traveled up, and then what will happen is I'll like 50% like half-ass attack it or cleanse it, but not fully heal it, right? So within not fully healing it, right? The inflammation and the infection, it's like still system wide in my body, right? And it's system wide period before it's even showing up in this localized area of the gum and the tooth. Because even if you look into your nerves and the gum, right, and the tooth, right, it's like every tooth is connected to different organs in different parts of the body, and your whole body in general is like all interconnected, right? So it's like what your body really doing is showing you warning signs and like signals. Like, it's like the gas engine in the car, it's like showing you that you're about to run on E, right? It's like these different things in our body that our body does, and it's like these they call it symptoms, but really it's these signs and these manifestations shown in different parts of the body, and it's a result of the body attacking these diseases ridden this toxin, right? Like our body is smart, our body is technology. It's organic living technology, right? All the technology around you that's artificial technology is modeled after the living technology of your body. Your body is living technology, right? It's organic technology. It's a device, it's a machine that functions in many set certain ways and knows what it's doing. We just get in the way of our own body's functioning, right? And will block out our body's detox and healing. One, through stuffing ourselves all the time and eating all this food, the very thing which is causing almost all our sickness, right? Like you're eating the thing that made you sick to begin with. That's like trying to get sober while smoking. So you're inhaling the thing that gets you high while trying to get sober. Like that, you're eating the thing that's putting toxins in you while trying to detox. You feel I? So that's one of the biggest reasons. But then also too, it's like we'll take these medications and we'll listen to these human being doctors or carbonated beings, gods or goddesses who um sold out to the system or have a position in the system and are deeply programmed. So they don't know what they are and don't have knowledge of self, so they're pushing the agenda, and they might be a doctor or you feel me, or some type of someone in the medicine field, and you're listening to all that outside of you. Meanwhile, deep down, you could already tell and feel that it's not actually attacking anything in the root cause or healing for anything within your body, you feel I? But within those medicines and all these man-made medicines that they give us, that will also suppress and stop your body's natural ability to heal itself. Like it'll block out all the things your body is naturally doing, and your body will start becoming dependent on this artificial source. Like instead of your body having its own immune system, for example, and creating its own ability and using its own abilities within itself to heal and detox and fight off the sickness, you'll start pumping in this man-made chemical, this artificial man-made chemical medicine, you feel me, that then pumps through you this chemical that your body will then hook to that and get dependent on that and then it will have a weakened ability to heal its own self. But in general too, just when you take these medicines, and in general, unless you really, really, really have something that needs like a immediate medicine, like direct for it, like let's say you have like a seizure and you need to take something for it to stop. I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying in general, right? Like let's say you got pain and you take an ibuprofen, but you don't really know the pain is, and the whole inflammation is something that you need to attack root cause head on. You need to get to the root cause of it. But you'll pop this ibuprofen, this painkiller, to suppress and numb it all. But all that shit happening inside of you is still right there. You just put a bunch of icing on the cake. You just coat it over it to make it feel good, to hide it. But within that being said, you would think that the inflammation popping up is a bad thing, right? But really, it's all the inflammation that was already stuck in my throat for a while. Like for a while, I wasn't even able to really smoke like in the way I was able to, like where I really actually hold in and pull in the smoke, because I would cough immediately after smoking for a while now, for like a couple months now. And like just in general too, in different parts of my body, there was like just inflammation, and then my gut traveled all the way up, connected to my throat, from my gut all the way through up to my throat. It's like all types of like just nasty ass energy, nasty ass like just inflammation and toxic ass like gas and just nasty shit in the air and just nasty energy all up in this whole area, right? This whole, and so that shit was just systemly spread out throughout his whole body. But now I'm pulling it all back into the area that's coming from the infection in my gum. So now it's like being sucked from being all over it, like more spread out in my body, sucked back into the area that it's starting from. So it's like pulling it all back into itself, and then it's attacking it directly at where it's at, inside the gum, inside the tooth. While it is that my body's healing overall, you feel I? And I'm detoxing and cleansing overall, you feel I? So this is day 15, no meat. It is 3:29 a.m. Thursday, June 11th, 2026 in our man-made Gregorian calendars, right? And this is my third energy cycle, as in my third time being no meat within a period of attempting to be free from it. As in, like, my first time was 140 something days over like a year ago now. My second time was what I just relapsed on up till now, which was like 170 something days. And right now I'm up on my third attempt to break fully free from ever putting dead flesh in my avatar again. Within my journey of breaking free overall from all the man-made food as well. So it's like an elimination process. And it's like a shedding process. And it's like a process of getting lighter and lighter from the densest and heaviest thing being the meat. So the meat is all the way at the bottom, it's the base. And once I release the meat and cleanse the meat, it's a matter of just rising all the way up. It's like the thing that's anchored me down and holding me down gets lifted. The chains that hold me down to this solid, they release off me. And so I can start rising. The meat are the chains. The dead flesh is the chains. I'm using this as a metaphor. Once it breaks off me, I rise up. Any other man-made food I eat can greatly slow me down depending on the varying scale of how toxic it is and what it is. But meat completely stops I and locks I into 3D. So once I stop eating the meat, I start rising. I start building up electricity. I start building up magnetism. My soul starts awakening. I start building up all my life force, right? I break the spell, because eating dead flesh is witchcraft. It's Satanism, right? It's Satanism right in front of you. It's a deep spell, which is the reason they even say things like you're asleep. It's a pure example of you being asleep, because you're eating a dead body in front of you and you're so asleep that you aren't actually awake and looking at it and really processing that's a dead body in front of you that you're eating. You're asleep. You're a walking zombie. Like, the more you wake up and the more you really feel alive and look at something like meat, for example, that's right in front of you, you'll look at it and it's like, wow, this is really a dead body. And the more I cleanse from it, and the further and further I get away from ever eating meat, the more I look around, everyone around me, I'm like, 90% of these people, they all eat dead bodies. And they don't even question it. Most of them don't even think twice about it either. They all eat dead bodies. And then we wonder why people are in the state that they're in. How aggressive and full of ego in their lower self, and how toxic and lost, and just the whole state of this world, all the horrible shit that be happening in this world. Most of that shit comes from all the eating of the dead flesh. Think I'm lying. Majority of people would not be in that low state they're in, that lower self state within the world of having the world how it is, if they were not eating dead flesh. Most of your depression, pain, agony, super low feelings, all that shit comes from the eating of dead flesh, and it comes from the emotions that the animals themselves were feeling, passed down to you through the blood, through everything in the flesh, through, you feel me? Because it's the living energy, the living cells, the living tissue, everything within the thing that you're about to eat, what the animal was you're eating. And most of these animals are what? In horrible conditions, and cages that they can't even turn around in. Cages that are literally a little bit bigger than the size of their bodies, where they just stand there, and all by the thousands in one building alone, all just rounded up, all squeaking and squawking in this giant like factory where there's just so many of them, all just there in horrible, disgusting conditions, full of fear, all getting killed in horrible ways. Like, we don't even understand the level of debauchery and wickedness that goes on within even the meat industry, because it's already one thing to be eating dead bodies, but then they go out their way to make it the worst of the worst, because they torture these animals, and they go out their way to. They don't have to. They go out their way to do what they're doing. The way they treat these animals, just in general, so many things, even just outside the animals, in general, like they go out their way to, for example, all the horrible candy, the horrible snacks in the cabinet. They're going out their way to attack you. Like they're going out their way to make these things that are hyper addictive, that are taste so good to you, that when you eat them are the epitome of horrible for you. Like soda, for example. They're going out their way to try to snatch your soul. Think about it. Think about it. It's like all this shit clawing at you, trying to grab you. And then when you break free from it, it's like even energetically, they got all these ads everywhere. I see all the time playing, they'll start shooting all these ads at me, energetically trying to pull me back, talking about food 24/7. It's like it's clawing at you, pulling at you. It's like it's going out their way. Why is there so much shit that's horrible though, that they're making all the time though? And you don't think they have the same knowledge we have? The same knowledge we have of the food and how our bodies work and nature. They know this shit. And they purposely do what they do in negative intention. They understand all of what I understand. Not all, because I'm the soul. But on a watered down level, for the most part, they understand shit. These elites in this government and the people who run this system, they understand shit on the deeper level. Of course they do. They understand it. And then use that to do the evil shit they're doing. They understand how magic and life and nature science and how higher shit within life works. And they use that to do the evil shit they're doing. And they block us from it and get us to be all scared from all this shit that gives us our power. They call it all these names, you feel? They demonize it in all these ways to get you disconnected from your roots. From what your ancestors did, you feel me? But you are your ancestors, you feel? That was literally you. In your past lives, passed down all the way to where we are now, as is that we fell more and more within generation after generation, ever since they invaded the planet. Because most of us are old souls that have been here ever since they invaded the planet, and they've been killing us and recycling us and beaming our souls back down here through that fake moon. That's why they tell you to go into the light when you die. They tell you to go into the light when you die in religion, because that's the moonlight. We come from the dark. The universe is darkness. When you sit in the darkness, really when you transcend your body, you're going to go in pure darkness. And when you sit in that pure darkness, within that darkness, you're going to look around and you're going to connect to the whole cosmos. You're going to start seeing the whole cosmos. But what they do is first, before you can even get to that darkness, they're going to blind you and fill you with this light. And it's going to look at like a light at the end of a dark tunnel. It's going to be this light. And so they're trying to pull you. And then most of us got programmed with this religion spell. And so what they do is they have us go in that light, and then that's where they get all our souls on planet Kai. Most of us when we so-called die, when we leave our body, most of us don't rise past the planet, rise past the atmosphere, the stratosphere, and back to the cosmos we come from. Most of us are locked down to this planet and recycled down here in what they call the reincarnation cycle, which is really a spell, a trap, right? Because we're not even supposed to be dying. Our bodies aren't supposed to die. We're supposed to be able to come in and leave our bodies when we will, when we please. And our bodies are supposed to never age. They're just avatars. They're vehicles that we piloted this reality with. So we would come in and out of these bodies as the soul. And our bodies wouldn't age. They wouldn't decay. They wouldn't rot. Our bodies would be infinitely strong and full of life. So our bodies wouldn't age, they wouldn't die, right? So death is an illusion for so-called blacks, Latinos, as soul beings, as carbonated gods, right? But so within the low frequency we fell in, within this third density, having this meat suit locked in the solid realm, you have to get released from this solid density, because this solid density is low energy. This is super low energy. You're the soul, you're higher energies. This is where they get the spirit from. The silhouette of a body, but in a gas form, a higher vibrating form, but still looks like a body. Because that's your soul. You still look like you. When you release this body, you're just releasing this coat, this density. You're shedding this. You're releasing this. You feel I? But so, a lot of us don't have this knowledge, or at least we didn't prior to 2020 and the Grand Awakening. So, they had a lot of us coming back to the planet over and over and over again by trapping our souls in that moonlight, by telling us to go into the light when we transcend our bodies in so-called death, right? By fearing the dark, that which we come from, right? So they'll pull all our souls into that moon, and in the moon they bleach your memory. That's why most of us come back here without remembering shit. And we gotta deeply tap in and start unlocking our memories again. But our memories are in our genetics. Your memories are in your genetics. Your genetics is your memory. When you unlock your memories on a soul level, I'm not talking about the memories of this body. I'm not talking about the memories of this life. I'm talking about the memories in your soul. The bridge before you came into the bridge to the other side. Starting to remember the grand picture. Your grand conscious. You feel I? And when you remember on that scale, you're literally remembering the members of you. So you're remembering yourself back together. Get it? Remember, like your members? Like stitching yourself, repiecing yourself back together? Ashe. You feel I? But so all it is that they made the planet fall down to a third density because they made the energy slow down in vibration super slow enough to fall all the way down to the solid state. And so now we have solid suits, solid bodies, this solid coat over us, this solid body. But all we have to do is rise up and tune in. And within that being said, what you think is death or the illusion of death, the veil of death, is really the middle passage in between you and going into your soul. But if it is that we rise into our vibration within what we are right now, you don't even have to leave the body. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? Like, the planet was never in this 3D state. We just have to shed and re-beam up into higher states we already came from a low state we were pulled down to within this 3D density. You feel I? And that's where it is that all this energy and all this heat is pouring on the planet, because the heat literally is the vibration increasing. So the more heat, the higher the frequency. So the hotter it becomes, the planet's literally going to rise from this 3D. Everything's going to melt up from the solid state into the liquid state, into the gas state. The planet itself was never in a solid state. This is an artificial state for the planet to be in. This is why the trees are still and the whole planet's like locked still. The planet is alive. So within that being said though, this is day 15 on me. I'm getting my energy right, cleansing myself very deeply, tuning in very deeply, detoxing on the deepest of levels, flushing all this bullshit, all this nasty ass, toxic ass bullshit out my body, and just cleansing very deeply, detoxing very deeply. You feel I never want to put dead flesh into my body again, and I want to break free from eating any of this man-made food ever again. It's a spell. I have to believe anything of what this food even is to then go and eat it. If you never ate any of this food, you would be looking at it like, what is this? And you would have to be told about it and then start believing it's okay to even put into your mouth. Get what I'm saying? Reprogram your mind, free your mind. You feel a free mind is the most powerful weapon. because then everything around you adheres to you, because you control the interaction when you have a free mind. But when your mind is binded to the things around you, they control you. Ashe. So yeah, peace to all the gods and goddesses of Planet Kai. Keep your energy high, keep tapping in. This is a powerful time we're in. Time is an illusion, but this is a very powerful time. The energy is amping up more and more and more. More and more and more of our people are waking up. The energy is increasing. The planet's rising up into higher densities. The Kundalini energy is rising up more and more and more. And as is that we go higher and higher on a planetary scale, up into higher dimensions, from the 50 to the 60 to 70, 80, 90, all the way up to the 33rd dimension, because that's where we're going up to. That's where we fell from. We were Atlanteans on the 33rd dimension when they invaded our planet. So we're rising back up to the 33rd dimension on a planetary scale. Now on the individual soul level, you can be on any dimension. And dimensions are infinite. Infinite and beyond. So it's all within the vibration you're at and the frequency you're at. We create dimensions, you feel I? But so within that being said, we're rising up to the 33rd dimension, but within getting back up to the 33rd dimension, we're not in the 3rd D anymore, but we're more like in the 50, 40, 50, 60. We're rising up, you feel I? The planet's rising. And as it is that we're rising to higher dimensions, you're going to see everything shift and change more and more and more. You feel I? Until it is that things start really looking spooky around this bitch, you feel me? You're going to start seeing everything for what it really is. In higher dimensions, Black and Latino people aren't Black and Latino. We're Anunnaki gods. Get what I'm saying? In higher dimensions, we're not eating these solid foods. We're eating the sun. You feel what I'm saying? In higher dimensions, you see these shapeshifters. Your third eye is fully open. You might get spooked out your skin. See what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Which are in higher dimensions, the skies aren't cloaked. You'll see all the activities in the skies in higher dimensions. All these ships. All our cosmic family. There's war all on every level right now. There's war on the land. There's war in the seas. There's war in the air. The whole planet right now is in a giant, you feel me, battle between, these parasitical invaders in this system and them trying to keep their control when they never even should have been here, and us trying to get them the fuck off our planet with all these cosmic forces, elemental forces, primordial forces. Our galactic family, the Galactic Confederation, you feel me? But yeah, I also got like a rash in the back of my neck. But that shit's healing. It's gotten a lot better. Like I had a whole bunch of shit I've been dealing with and trying to heal from a detox from, but I feel that's besides the point. That's not even for y'all disclosure. In the sense of, I can only say so much because this is for the public, this is for the masses, and anyone can be listening. So as much as it is that I'm a medium to channel and flow and be used as a medium for all these higher frequencies and truth, at the same time, like, there's shit I need to safeguard within what I'm doing within my own self to protect my own energy, you feel I? So it can't be used against I. Like, I don't want to speak too much about shit that would then give beings with ill intent power over I. You get what I'm saying? So I need to watch my words carefully, while it is at the same time I don't move with fear. I just understand how energy works, how science works, how magic works, and I know these beings will try to use shit against I. Try to use information I tell them, if I'm telling them too much information, and they'll try to plot something based on the information I tell them. You get what I'm trying to say? Like I can't be too open now. Like we're like I gotta move militant. Like we're in a war. Like, and then this is a device that the government then gave us. So that's really a spy cam. Like, and this is on the internet. Like this shit is like, it feels wise, so at the same time it's like. But so you already know what it is. You feel me? I'm in the bathroom because I was gargling salt water and shit, a home remedy. Naturally just cleansing this shit out. flushing my whole shit out, you feel like. But nah, yeah, word. Peace to all the gods and goddesses of planet Kai. Peace to the ancestors. Peace to all high vibrational human beings. You feel I? Peace to Source, the cosmos, my galactic family. Peace to my spirit guide. Peace to just everyone vibrating high. And just, you feel I? Keep your vibrations high. Understand that the you within I is I within you. And you are I, and I are you within I. I are you, you are I. You are I are you. But not yet, for real. Peace, reflections. I wish y'all the best. You feel I. Keep your energy high. Keep your vibrations high. Keep your third eye open. And don't let it be closed ever again. Reclaim your power. Understand we're in endgame. You feel I. It's really time to lock in. Call all your energy to you. Call all your energy to you. Build up all your life force. Start tuning into how to command the elements again. How to use electricity again. How to command the forces around you. We are beings powerful beyond measure. And they know this. That's why they monitor us all the time. Waiting for the moment we activate. Ashe. So yeah. Peace. One.